You have a full calendar, 2 brunches, a birthday dinner, and active group chats buzzing. Yet when you finally get home, lock the door, and sit down, you feel entirely alone and emotionally drained. Most of us assume this is a personal failure, that we didn't talk enough or we chose the wrong friends. But that loneliness in a crowd is actually an accurate diagnostic signal from your nervous system. According to polyvagal theory, your body is constantly scanning your environment for microsignals of genuine interest. It's listening for specific vocal frequencies and watching for facial warmth that prove someone is truly attuned to you. This chart maps the difference between what we think we're doing and what our bodies actually need. The horizontal axis measures physical proximity. The vertical axis measures emotional presence. When attention is fragmented across small talk, you land right here. Without those cues of real attunement, your nervous system doesn't relax into the company of others. It enters a muted, defensive state, causing the deep psychological fatigue you feel at the end of the night. The common advice to cure your loneliness by getting out more is flawed. Physical proximity without nervous system attunement actually makes emotional isolation feel more intense. Researcher Brené Brown offers a specific framework that names this dilemma. She distinguishes between two very different social states, fitting in and belonging. Fitting in is an active, demanding process. You assess a room, figure out what the group expects, and modify your identity to secure acceptance. Belonging is the exact opposite. It is a state of radical authenticity, where you are accepted by the group entirely as you are. Modifying your personality to fit a group requires massive, continuous emotional labor. You have to edit your opinions, soften your edges, and manage how others perceive you. That drains your neurological bandwidth. This masking process is a primary cause of the high-functioning exhaustion seen in active social circles. When you no longer have to pay the neurological tax of masking, you regain that lost mental energy. To see where you are still paying it, we can apply a social audit to your current circles. We often maintain high proximity while avoiding presence through a set of specific daily habits that keep us safely guarded. First, we keep conversations safe. We share factual life updates, the new job, the apartment move, but we carefully edit out the emotional realities of how those changes actually feel. We also rely on group chats instead of one-on-one time. Reacting to a meme creates a quick sense of inclusion while allowing you to remain hidden in the crowd. For introverts and socially anxious individuals, there is a specific trap, forcing an extroverted persona to match the loud, fast pace of the dominant group. The physical toll of this forced extroversion includes chronic social hangovers and a reliance on last-minute plan cancellations just to survive the week. These surface-level habits protect us from immediate rejection, but they also ensure that we remain unknown. These are the relationships that struggle to provide support during an actual life crisis. To determine if a long-term friend group is still serving you or just holding you back, you need objective clarity. This checklist is the social audit. It maps the red flags of simply fitting in against the indicators of actual belonging. Ask yourself, do you find yourself pretending around these people, or can you completely relax without filtering your words? Do they bring out your worst habits or your best traits? And watch how they treat outsiders. Is the group exclusive and judgmental, or inclusive and open? Finally, do their opinions matter more than your own? And when the night is over, do you actually like the person you become when you are with them? Scoring this audit forces you to confront an uncomfortable reality. You may discover you have outgrown the social safety net you spent years building. Acknowledging that you've outgrown a group is painful, but leaving the safety of being liked by everyone is often what makes space for being truly known. Moving toward deeper connections requires active, in-the-moment tactics that build presence during your interactions. The first tactic is curiosity training, a mindfulness technique designed to combat social anxiety during live conversations. Instead of focusing on your internal, critical thoughts about what to say next, you shift your brain's entire focus toward a genuine interest in understanding the other person. The second mechanic is executing small repairs. When an awkward moment happens, you address the friction directly instead of avoiding it and letting the silence linger. These small repairs build shared relational context. They prove to both of you that the connection is resilient enough to survive minor conflicts. Dropping your emotional armor involves the risk of temporary discomfort, but it results in a higher degree of relational security. With the audit complete and the mechanics understood, you can map out your next steps based on your specific social results. This flowchart, the belonging pathway, traces your audit results into two distinct, actionable strategies. If you are an introvert who scored low because group dynamics exhaust your natural pacing, follow this path. Your strategy is selective engagement. Stop forcing extroversion and shift your social investments into one-on-one interactions, where your capacity for deep listening is an asset. If you scored low because you are a habitual pleaser who masks your true identity, follow this second route. Your strategy relies on micro-vulnerabilities. You start sharing tiny, honest details during normal conversations. The people who lean in form your bridge to belonging, while those who pull away are moved to the acquaintance category. Authenticity arrives through small, private adjustments to your calendar. To cure the exhaustion of loneliness, you do not need to cut off the world. You simply need to stop investing presence-level energy into proximity-level relationships.